The weekly outlook for the NVDA parity on the Nasdaq stock market is important for the long term, as the 346 levels are the black line we see below. Why is it important? Because from here, which caused a 68% decline, reversing from the power that made that peak. The beginning of a movement starts at $346 and goes down to $108. After October 10, 2022, it starts to rise at the end of the downward movement here. Has arrived. I mean, maybe these formations don't mean anything to some people, but here, that's the end of the impulse movement. With this shoulder-head-shoulder movement completed, and when we draw the first trend, from the beginning to the right shoulder, he couldn't even break it. After breaking after the right shoulder, all the positive factors gathered together and started an upward movement. Let's say that it is still in an uptrend in the long term. Now the most recent, we are in this impulse movement. Now we said the force that brought it down from $346 to $108, we said that in order to break this, we need a rather large volume, and we see that volume in this candle, which is about 25%. After this breakdown, there is an imbalance here, of course, but we have reached a new floor. If we think like a building, we have started the construction of the upper floor. Now here again, I think the forces that want to buy from the bottom will want to rebuy from here at 346. When it comes to this point, it may go down a little bit here, it may go up. This gate right here could take it. So if a candle comes here, up to 318, in the meantime, the return movement can be expected and costed, I think, this way for the long term. If we move to the daily outlook, in daily view, and we've just talked about the downward movement of the train reversing, we see the opposite, shoulder to shoulder. Before, the reverse shoulder was called the head shoulder. Let's summarize our shape. And this one in red. Such a formation has not yet. It's not complete, but that's what the movement shows. So momentum has fallen, and now it is moving in a horizontal city. On a daily basis, it is not yet. There is no downward trend. I am conveying these as possibilities. High top, high bottom, high top. The high bottom is not below that here either. It is making a high peak again. It still hasn't gone below this. At this point, it has not passed yet. Maybe this will go like this. It will have passed that high. It will continue its movement. But the current picture is that it is weakening, and it looks like it is going to make a downward correction. I just mentioned the movement at 346 is right there. It would be good if it fills up here, and over there in the diary. I didn't follow the agenda, but there must have been some big news. It had a 25% opening. Other than that, important levels here. $480. I think it's an important level. I've drawn a green band here. Several times on a daily basis. That candle's good. 7%. It hasn't made contact here yet, but the next time it does, it's going to be on a daily downtrend. Right there. If ABC does it, let's call it ABC correction according to Elliott's theorem. $383. Can see. So the ABC correction I'm talking about, I'm talking about a movement like this, which can be used as a formation in many places. Over here, yes, we have a door. Coming from a container a day. So if this price sees these prices, I'm talking about the long term, should cost around here, provided the turning signs are visible, moving averages, and as long as the hourly MI stays above 200, it's still fine. As of today, the 416 4-hourly MI 200 level and the daily MA 200 level is around $358.